All right, let's get right into it. We've got 5 absolute giants in the AI world right now: OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Mistral, and Cohere. They are all battling it out. But the real question is, which one is actually the best for you? Well, today, we're going to settle it. Welcome to the Great AI Showdown.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll meet the 5 main players. Then, we'll put them side by side for a quick look before diving deep into the 3 metrics that really matter. After that, we'll pick the winners for specific jobs and wrap it all up with an AI strategy you can start using like today.
So this is the question, right? This is what everyone's trying to figure out. With all these super powerful options, it feels kind of impossible to just pick one. Is there a single king of the hill? Or, is the answer a little more interesting than that? Let's find out.
Okay, first things first. Let's get to know our 5 heavyweights. Each one brings something totally unique to the table. Starting with the one that, let's be honest, kicked off this whole revolution for most of us, OpenAI. With ChatGPT and the GPT-4 model, they really set the bar. They're still the most feature-packed, do-it-all player in the game. You could say they're the one everyone else is trying to catch.
Next up, we have Anthropic and their model Claude. I like to think of this one as the careful, thoughtful academic of the group. It's really designed for more nuanced and, frankly, safer responses, which makes it an absolute beast for deep research and analysis.
And then, of course, you have the titan, Google, with Gemini. Its killer feature? It was born multimodal. And what that means is it's built from the ground up to understand not just text, but images, audio, and video right out of the box. That gives it a really unique advantage.
Waving the flag for Europe and the world of open source is Mistral. This provider is all about freedom. They offer these super powerful models that you can literally download and run yourself. So for developers who really care about privacy and control, Mistral is a champion.
And finally, we have Cohere. Now, they might be less known to the everyday user, but in the business world, they are an absolute giant. Their focus is razor sharp, delivering incredible AI for big companies, especially for building really advanced search systems.
All right, so now that we've been introduced, let's see the tail of the tape. This is where we get that high-level, at-a-glance view of how they all stack up. Okay, you can really start to see the different game plans here, can't you? OpenAI, it just crushes general use with all its features, but it's pricey. Anthropic is the king of long documents because of its massive context window, but it doesn't have as many bells and whistles. Google's Gemini is the undisputed value champ with that amazing free tier, while Mistral is the easy choice for open source. And Cohere? Unbeatable for enterprise search because they've mastered something called embeddings, which is basically how an AI understands the relationships between words. Each one has a ring where it truly dominates. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to judge these AIs on the 3 things that matter most to pretty much everyone: the quality of their answers, how much info they can handle at once, and, yep, the price. First up, quality. And just look at this. It's basically a photo finish at the top. OpenAI's GPT-4 and Anthropic's Claude 3 Opus are neck and neck, both pulling an incredible 9.5 out of 10. They are the gold standard, no question. But Google's Gemini is right on their heels, and Mistral and Cohere are proving they're absolutely serious competitors. Man, it is crowded at the top. Next, let's talk about the context window. Think of this like the AI's short-term memory, how much it can keep in its head at one time. And here, oh boy, we have a clear runaway winner. Anthropic's Claude can handle 200,000 tokens. That's like giving it a whole book and then asking super detailed questions about Chapter 3. OpenAI and Cohere are really strong at 128K, but for anyone working with huge documents, Anthropic is just playing a different game.
And now for the metric that hits the wallet: cost. Remember, a lower bar is better here. And we're looking at what it costs for developers to actually use these tools. And, well, you just can't beat free. Google's Gemini has this insanely generous free tier, making it the undeniable winner for value and for anyone just starting out. For devs, Mistral is super cost-effective. On the flip side, that premium quality from OpenAI and especially Anthropic, yeah, that comes with a premium price tag.
We've seen the data, we've looked at the charts. Now for the most important part, matching the right AI to the right job. Let's name some winners for the things you actually do every day.
Okay, let's break it down rapid fire. For just everyday tasks, you're probably going to stick with OpenAI's ChatGPT for all its features. But if you're analyzing a giant report, Anthropic, no contest. Just starting out or you're on a tight budget, Google's Gemini is your new best friend. If you're a developer who needs control and privacy, you look to Mistral.
And if you're building a huge search engine for a company, you need Cohere. As for coding, it's really a toss-up between the top-tier quality of OpenAI and Anthropic.
Whew, we have covered a lot of ground. So it's time to pull it all together into a smart, simple strategy that you can use to navigate this whole crazy AI world.
Which brings us right back to that huge question we asked at the very beginning. After all of this, is there one provider to rule them all? One AI that just stands above the rest?
The answer is no. The single best strategy is to use multiple providers. See, the whole idea of picking just one winner is actually the wrong way to think about this. The smartest people using AI aren't loyal to one brand. They're loyal to getting the best possible result for whatever they're doing.
And this brings us to the portfolio strategy. The key takeaway here is that there is no single best AI for everything. Instead, what you do is you build a toolkit. You use OpenAI's ChatGPT for its awesome versatility and all its plugins. You switch over to Anthropic's Claude when you have a 200-page PDF to summarize. You fire up Google's Gemini when you need a powerful free tool for a quick job. The real power comes from knowing which tool to pull out of your toolbox. So the question isn't which AI is the best. The real question is, what's in your AI portfolio?